Your methods are garbage, she said, hitting delete in front of 31 people. Start over. I watched 18 months of work disappear, then answered my ringing phone. Yes, I'll take the $285,000 offer to join your team. Her face went white when she realized the call was on speaker. Let me give you the full picture, because the delete button was only the ending. The real story starts about 2 years ago, when I took a job at a mid-sized operations consulting firm. I had 22 years of field experience, started in logistics, moved into plant management, spent a decade solving problems that don't show up cleanly in spreadsheets. I wasn't looking for a career change. I was recruited. My new supervisor introduced herself on day one with a handshake and an org chart. MBA from a school she mentioned twice in 10 minutes. A corner office with a whiteboard full of frameworks, zero field experience. Not one day on a production floor. Not 1 hour in a distribution center. She'd never watched a $200,000 machine go down mid-shift and had to figure out why before the client lost another $40,000 in downtime. But she had protocols, approved hour allocations for every service type, a very clear picture of how consulting was supposed to work. I had a very different picture. The first client I worked with was hemorrhaging money and couldn't figure out why. Equipment failures, missed deadlines, crews standing around waiting. The previous analyst had recommended 3 software packages. The client bought one, implemented it, and the problem got worse. So I drove out to their facility, spent 4 days walking the floor, talking to shift supervisors, mapping where time was actually being lost, found the real problem on day 3, a scheduling conflict between departments that nobody had documented. 2 teams booking the same critical equipment on overlapping timelines, causing a cascade of delays that looked like an equipment issue but wasn't. I rebuilt their scheduling from scratch. 6 weeks of back and forth, went 31 hours over my allocated budget. Year 1, they saved $340,000, signed a 3-year extension, sent 2 referrals. When I presented those results, my supervisor's first question was about the overage, not the savings, not the extension, not the referrals, the 31 hours. She documented it as a resource management issue and told me to be more disciplined. Same thing with the next client and the one after that. Each time I found something the standardized approach had missed. Each time the fix required more hours than the protocol allowed. Each time the client renewed, expanded, or sent someone new our way. And each time, she wrote it up as inefficiency. By month 14, client retention across my accounts had improved 41%. Revenue per client had nearly doubled. I had been keeping a running audit the entire time. Every site visit, every hour logged, every result measured, 73 pages. 18 months of proof that the detailed approach wasn't just better. It was the reason clients stayed. She requested that audit herself. Said she wanted to conduct a formal review of service delivery methods. I handed it over without hesitation, thinking she was finally ready to look at the numbers honestly. Then came the all-hands meeting. 31 people in the conference room. She put my full audit on the projector and told everyone it was a case study and what not to do. Walked through it section by section. Called the site visits unnecessary. Called the analysis unscalable. Said my approach created unrealistic client expectations and put the firm at risk. Clients didn't need custom solutions, she explained. They needed consistent, standardized, efficient service delivery. Then she called my methods garbage, and she hit delete. 73 pages. Gone. The room went completely silent. I could hear the air conditioning. My colleagues were staring at their notebooks. Nobody said a word. My phone buzzed. A competing firm. Smaller. Newer. Built around the kind of technical consulting my supervisor had just called garbage. I had spoken with someone there once, months earlier, casually. Nothing came of it. But they had been watching our retention numbers and knew exactly who was driving them. I stepped out and took the call. $285,000 base, plus profit sharing, plus full autonomy over methodology. They'd been waiting for the right moment. Watching someone delete a 73-page results audit in front of 31 colleagues had been that moment. I accepted on the spot. When I walked back in, she asked if I had questions about the new protocols. I said I had an announcement. Read the number out loud. Said I was leaving immediately. She reached for her phone to call HR. She wasn't fast enough. Our largest client had already emailed the CEO. They'd heard I was leaving and wanted to know if they could follow.